Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today our tutorial is going to be our From Beginner to Advanced Google AdWords tutorial, where we go through the new Google AdWords user interface and we're going to show you how to set up a campaign from start to finish and exactly how we would do it here at Surfside PPC. We're going to reference some different videos and tutorials and things in this very tutorial, so make sure you go to our video description to check out all of our different Google AdWords tutorials. You could also find our Google AdWords playlist on YouTube, so make sure you reference all of that because we're going to refer to certain things. This campaign is really geared more towards search campaigns. If you're looking for a display advertising tutorial or a video advertising tutorial, we have those on our channel as well, and they're also linked in the description. So to get started, after you create your Google AdWords account, we set up a quick campaign. So they're going to make you set up your first campaign. So we just set up first campaign and we paused it. So you could just do that so you get to this overview screen. So once you're in this overview screen, the first thing you want to do is make sure you can measure everything you need to measure for your campaigns through Google Analytics, and you want to make sure you set up conversion actions. So the first thing you want to do is install Google Analytics on your website. Very simple. We have it installed on our website here, Beachfront Decor. This is what we're going to be focusing on today. So whether you have a WordPress website, Shopify website, anything like that, you should be able to find a quick tutorial online, or they should have some type of plugin where you can add analytics to your website. Otherwise, you could just add the code directly into your website code. So we have it all set up here for Beachfront Decor, and what I want to show you first is linking your accounts. So if you come back to Google AdWords here and we click on the wrench icon, what we're going to do is under Setup is click on Linked Accounts. So you want to click Google Analytics here and click Details, and you want to make sure your analytics property is connected to your Google AdWords property. We have them set up through the same Gmail account, so it makes it a lot easier. If you have them through the same Google account, it's easier, but even if you don't, you can quickly link these things. So you want to link your Google Analytics and Google AdWords accounts because it allows them to talk to each other, allows them to track everything that you do. So come into Google Analytics. If you click on AdWords linking down here under product linking, you can see here, so we configure AdWords link group. So we have our linked AdWords account, and we have all website data turned on. And the main thing you want to do is enable auto tagging on your AdWords account. So what this does, it says it appends a unique ID to the end of the destination URL. So the reason why you do this, so we have a separate example here. So this is our Surfside PPC account for Google Analytics. If you go into your acquisition, AdWords, and campaign data, you can actually see your actual everything you need to know about AdWords directly in Google Analytics. So we're in Google Analytics right now. I can see in January I drove 9 clicks for this campaign at a cost of close to $10. My cost per click was $1.10. It drew 9 sessions, pretty, 11% bounce rate, pages per session. So you can kind of see these things. And then here's the other. This was our main goal, was contact form fills and also newsletter and giveaway form fills. As you can see, we didn't drive any conversions, but this is why you want to track everything so you can see what you're driving. And if we click through, I can click through my campaign ID. I can actually see like the ad groups where things are coming from. So promote your business, business marketing ideas. I can see what keywords I'm targeting. She drove the click, so business marketing idea, how to market small business. So you could see there's some different things here where the reason why you want to track everything is so you can see everything in Google Analytics and you can continue to optimize your AdWords campaigns. So that's really important. So coming back to AdWords here. So what we're going to do is come back. Now we're in the main campaign screen. So at this point, you should have an AdWords account, an analytics account. You should have them linked, and you should have auto tagging set up, just like we showed you in Google Analytics. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to kind of import a goal into Google AdWords that we can optimize for. So again, I'm going to show you another example here. If we come down to our Surfside PPC, we have our conversions goals overview. So if we're just looking at January 2018, we're measuring for contact form fills and our newsletter and giveaway. So you can, when people fill out our contact form, they automatically get redirected to the thank you page. When people fill out our newsletter form, they automatically get redirected to the confirm page. So setting up goals is pretty easy in Google Analytics. You just come down to your main admin screen. You go to goals. It's going to show some of your goals here. You're going to click new goals. And you can either, there's different templates you have. So reservations, maybe you have a hotel, make a payment, maybe someone, paid whatever it was they need to. You could do custom, click continue. So there's different things here. When someone reaches a certain page, you could set that up as a goal. When someone's on your website for 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 1 minute, when someone visits 3, 4, 5 pages per session, you could set that up as a goal. You can do an event, someone plays a video or someone visits certain pages. There's different things you can set up for goals. It just depends on what your business is. If you have an e-commerce website through like Shopify, you can easily import all the conversion and e-commerce data straight into analytics and import that into AdWords. So that's exactly what you want to do right now. So we're going to come over to Google AdWords. We're going to click again on this wrench icon up here, and we're going to click on measurement conversions. So we have no conversion action set up yet. So what I want to do from Beachfront Decor is click on the plus sign here, and I want to go to import. So this is select the kind of conversions you want to track. We want to import conversions from Google Analytics. Click continue. And what we want to import are two conversions. So one is transactions and one is newsletter. Transactions measures every sale on our website. So if we have a sale through Google AdWords, it'll actually show into analytics where that sale came from, what keyword people typed in, what they bought, how many pages they visited beforehand. So I could see every last piece of data that led up to that transaction. And the same with newsletter. Every time someone signs up for our newsletter, I can see, okay, this person came in on this keyword, they clicked this ad, and then they visited these 3 pages before they finally joined our newsletter. So we're going to import both these goals here into AdWords. So it says I've imported one goal and one transaction from Google Analytics. So we're going to click done. So we have two different goals here. It's going to say no recent conversions because there's been no conversions through the website of AdWords at all. So it's going to say no recent conversions, even though they're happening on Google Analytics. So we're going to come back out here and we're going to go to our overview screen. And now we're all ready to set up our campaign. So the main thing that we want to take away from this is you want to be able to track your campaigns. You want to have a key performance indicator, which is set up as a goal through Google Analytics that you can import into AdWords. So it could be anything. It could be phone calls. It could be sales. It could be leads. It could be certain pages that people visit. There's so many different goals. You just have to figure out what the most important goal for your business is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come into campaigns, and we want to create a new campaign. So we're going to click on this plus sign here. Click new campaign. So now we're going to select a campaign type. So this tutorial is really going to be based around search campaigns, which are the most popular in Google AdWords, where they make their most money, where people spend the most money. We have tutorials on our page for display and video campaigns. We're working on an app tutorial, and we do want to do a shopping tutorial, but this is very intensive, so we're just going search for right now. So what we want to do is we want to drive sales. So sales is going to use for our transactions. It's going to say select the ways you'd like to reach your goal. So for us, it's going to be get website visits. So basically what we want to do is get website visits to our website, beachfrontdecor.com. And in turn, when people visit our website, our goal is to drive sales. So that's exactly how you want to think about this and how you want to set it up. If you're just saying we want to drive website traffic to our website, you're not setting it up properly because you want to actually have a goal when you're doing advertising. Because website traffic, if you're spending $100, website traffic's not really worth anything unless it's returning you revenue. So if I'm spending $100 and making $2, it's a waste of $98. If I'm spending $100 and I'm driving $200 in sales, well, then it's probably worth it for me to continue to advertise. So that's the way we want to look at it. So now we're getting into our campaign. So your campaign is who you're targeting. You want to drive traffic to your website that's going to convert. So for us, we have a ton of betting articles related to the beach on beachfrontdecor.com. So we're going to take these 4 articles: coastal bedding and beach bedding sets, anchor bedding and comforter sets, palm tree bedding and comforter sets, and starfish bedding and quilt sets. So if we just look at these pages, they're all set up fairly similarly. They have a bunch of products on them. We want people to come into our website, click through on the products, and buy. So what we're going to do is come back over to AdWords here, and our campaign name is going to be called Beach Bedding. Okay, so what we're going to do for the search network is include Google search partners. We do not want to add the display network. Make sure you select no here. Do not select yes. The display network is completely separate from the search network. So all we want to target is the search network and Google search partners. Google search partners include websites like ask.com, basically any website that returns Google ads. There's a ton of them, a lot of small ones, but ask.com is a big one. So just some examples. They're just search partners where people are searching. You always want to include Google search partners. You could always exclude them later. So select locations to target. This just depends on where you're serving. If I just said, okay, I just want to target Miami, Florida, you could type in Miami here and I could target the Nielsen DMA region, which is going to be a larger portion than Miami. You want to use DMA regions because it covers Fort Lauderdale, it goes all the way down to Key West, rather than just doing, if I just target Miami, the city, it's just going to target the metro area. Okay, so we're going to click cancel here. We just want to target the United States. We're going to remove both of these. So we're just going to target the United States. The locations you target just depends on who you're serving. It depends on where your customers are located. Languages, so we're just English. So if you have other languages that you can just type them here. So, there's a ton of options. So bidding, there's a ton of bid strategies that you have. There's a lot of different ways to kind of go through how to do your bidding. So what we're going to do is click maximize conversions. And I would recommend if you're a new advertiser to do maximize conversions to get started. Otherwise, you could do manual CPC and increase conversions with enhanced CPC. This is probably more for intermediate. This is how I would set it up is with manual CPC. And what you would do is use the Google Keyword Planner to find a suggested bid and set your bids and just kind of optimize your bids as you go. So if I did manual CPC, I might set up all of these different ad groups here. So coastal betting, anchor betting. I might bid something like 75 cents, and then you just increase your bid as you go or decrease your bid as you go, depending on the results you're getting. What we're going to do for bid strategy is maximize conversions. So what this is going to do is AdWords is automatically going to set our bids to drive sales. So your first few days, you might not get a ton of traffic, you might not get a ton of sales. It might take them a while to find the perfect spot. Ultimately, when it comes to bidding strategies, where we want to get to, and this is the ultimate goal for Google AdWords, this is like the most important part of the video. We want to get to the point where we're driving over 15 conversions in a 30-day period. So I'm going to say that again, over 15 conversions in a 30-day period. From there, you can get to the target CPA bid strategy. So target CPA is where you can automatically set your bid for how much you're willing to spend for a conversion. For example, let's say I have betting here and I'm able to drive conversions at about $20 and my average betting sale gives me $50 in profit. What I would want to do is set my target CPA at $20, $25. And what Google AdWords is automatically going to do based on the data that we've already given them. So again, this only works if you've driven 15 sales, 15 conversions in a 30-day period. Based on that data, Google AdWords is automatically going to take our target CPA and try to drive more conversions at this target CPA. So to give you a quick example here, I worked with a client once. They had a target CPA of $5. So we started their campaign and we were driving conversions at $10 a piece. So what I did was I set the target CPA to $10 and I was able to lower bids. And basically every week I would set the target CPA lower and lower. So I went from $10. A week later I'd go down to $8. A week later I'd go down to $7. A week later it'd be $6.50 until we got to the point where we were down to $5 for the target CPA. And you're able to find the perfect budget to where you're driving conversions that are optimal for you. So you're driving revenue to you. So bid strategies are so important here. I know I spent a lot of time on it, but so important. So we're going to start with maximize conversions, and ultimately you want to get to that target CPA. So you want to do maximize conversions so you can drive 15 conversions in a 30-day period. So that's ultimately the goal you're trying to get to. Budget, it really just depends on what you're willing to spend. The way you want to look at budget is take your monthly budget and just divide it by 30 or the amount of days in the month. So if my monthly budget, let's say, is 600, what I would do is divide, and let's just say I'm in a month with 30 days. So what I would do is divide 600 by 30. I would get 20. So I would keep my daily budget at $20. And what's going to happen is you're going to have one day where you spend 18. You're going to have the next day where you spend 22. You're going to have the next day where you spend 21. The next day you spend 19. And the way Google AdWords does it is they optimize for your monthly budget, but they do it they have to spend your daily budget, but they're not going to spend it each day. So if there's a day like Sunday that's more popular, then they're going to spend more of your budget on Sunday because there's more potential customers. So that's how you optimize your budget. Use it for the month and don't just use like a daily budget. Don't say like, oh, I want to spend $10 per day. Say, I want to spend this much per month, and that will help you find the proper budget. Delivery method, I usually just do standard. You could do accelerated if you're having trouble spending your budget, but just go with standard. Start and end dates, so pretty self-explanatory. If you want to end your campaign at a certain date, you can set that up. So maybe I want to end it at the end of March. Pretty simple. So extensions are something I'm going to go through afterwards. There's tons of different extensions that you can add to your advertisement, but I want to go through those afterwards because it doesn't really make as much sense right now. Okay, so for ad rotation, we're just going to keep this, prefer the best performing ad, so that works perfectly for me. Ad schedule, you can set ad schedule. So let's just say, for example, you have like a local business, you just want to run Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You can set that up like that. We're going to run all day because people are looking for betting, all the time at all hours of every day. So we're not going to set an ad schedule. Location option. So this is important. I always do people in my targeted location. and I always exclude people in my targeted location. The way they have it set up is they'll have people, let's say if someone's in France and they're looking up pages about the United States, then I might target someone in France with my ads because they're looking at the United States, because they've shown interest in United States. So I just want people who are in the United States to find my ads. Campaign URL options. So this is more of an advanced if you want to do custom tracking templates, custom parameters. Definitely more of an advanced feature. And same with dynamic search ads. So I would create a separate, I want to create a whole separate tutorial about dynamic search ads. We're not going to enable them for this campaign. All right, and we're going to click Save and Continue. So now this is just our campaign settings we set up. So now we're going to set up ad groups. So ad groups are the way you kind of organize your campaign. They're the way you're going to drive traffic to specific landing pages. The best way to think of an ad group is to look at that landing page. So what we're going to do is we have our 4 landing pages here: coastal bedding, anchor bedding, palm tree bedding, and starfish bedding. Okay, so I'm actually going to set up 5 different ad groups here. So we're going to separate beach bedding and coastal bedding. So what we're going to do is start with our ad group name, beach bedding. Let's come down. Ad group 2 is going to be coastal bedding. Ad group 3 is going to be anchor bedding. Ad group 4 will be palm tree bedding, and then the last one will be starfish bedding. So now how do we create keywords? So you're going to see down here matched keyword match types. We have a separate keyword match type tutorial. I recommend you watch it. But the way I like to target keywords is a mix of modified broad match keywords, which would look like this: beach bedding, beach themed bedding, beach bedding sets. Okay, so modified broad match keywords include keywords that must be in the search query. So what that means is if someone types in something like beach themed bedding comforter, it would match this keyword right here, because beach, theme, and bedding are all in that keyword and all in that search term. If someone were to type, best beautiful beach starfish bedding sets, this would actually match this keyword here, beach bedding sets, and also beach bedding. So any like search query that includes these words will target. So that's kind of how modified broad match works. It's really just every word with a plus sign in front of it needs to be in the search query. So if it was something like coastal bedding, it wouldn't match. If it was something like beach themed comforters, it wouldn't match because beach themed comforters doesn't include beach and bedding. It doesn't include beach and themed and bedding. But if I were to do, best beach themed comforters and bedding, this would match because it has beach, bedding, and themed. So just kind of the way to look at modified broad match keywords. It's a great way to expand the amount of keywords you're targeting because people type in all sorts of different orders. You might find things like bedding, beach themed sets for bedroom. And this is going to match, even though it's all out of order and look kind of weird. It's just because it includes these words in the search query. So that's how modified broad match works. The way I also set up keywords is I do an exact match keyword for basically every modified broad match I'm targeting. So what we're going to do is put that in brackets. So you can see that down here. You put your keyword in brackets for exact match. And what we're going to do is beach bedding, beach themed bedding, beach bedding sets. Okay, make sure your brackets are all going this right direction. The way you find keywords here is you could either get keyword ideas over here. What we do is we use the Google Keyword Planner. We have, again, a separate tutorial on our page for that. So just go check out our YouTube channel. You'll find our Keyword Planner tutorial. We'll also have it linked in the description of the video. So this is good for now. Beach bedding, beach themed bedding, beach bedding sets. Maybe I just want to do one more: beach theme bedding. Make sure you have a plus sign in front of every keyword you want to include in the search query. So beach theme bedding and beach theme bedding. Okay. So these are all pretty popular keywords. And when people search these, they should find one of our ads and they're gonna click through to this page here. So coastal bedding and beach bedding set. So it's gonna be highly targeted towards them. So now we're gonna come down to the next one with coastal bedding. What I'm gonna do is target the exact same keywords, but I'm gonna do coastal this time. So now instead of beach, it's gonna be coastal bedding. And we're just going to quickly change all of these here. So I'll do coastal. All right, so now this coastal bedding is just going to be targeting coastal themed bedding. So now we're going to do the same thing for anchor bedding. You could actually do this pretty quickly in Excel and just use like find and replace. So you just find every instance of coastal and replace it with anchor, and we could do it for palm tree and starfish. This is kind of a longer method, so if you want to fast forward a little bit to the, about a minute or two, you'll probably get to our next step, but just want to keep entering the keywords here. So now we have anchor theme bedding. The reason you want to organize everything in ad groups is because you're going to create separate ads for these pages, and then you want these keywords to go to the right landing page. So you want anchor to go to anchor, because you don't want to send people to pages where it's not relevant, it's not targeted. If someone's typing in palm tree bedding and they're going to my anchor page, they're going to be pretty confused. And you just want to you also want to narrow everything down so that I'm not targeting beach theme bedding and sending someone who's searching anchor bedding to my beach theme bedding set, because there's so many different types of bedding sets there that include seashells, different colors, stripes. So that's kind of what you want to focus on. Make sure you don't put plus signs in your exact match keywords. It's going to be it's not really going to work well. So here we go, palm tree bedding sets, and now one more for starfish bedding sets. So you can see how important organization is. So what we're trying to do is return the best possible ad and landing page to whoever's searching. You want to give them the best user experience they can possibly get. That's the whole goal with AdWords, is to give people a great user experience. If you're not able to do that, you're not going to drive many sales. So you want people to come onto your website. You want it to be mobile optimized. You want great content. If you're not driving sales, the first thing to look at, usually beyond your campaign organization, which is what we're doing right now, is your actual landing pages, because so many landing pages are just not able to drive conversions. They just, they're low quality. They're not mobile optimized. So we have our 5 ad groups here. So starfish bedding, palm tree bedding, anchor bedding, coastal bedding, and beach bedding. So now we're going to come down, click save and continue. Okay, so now we're going to create ads. Your best practice here is to create 3 ads for each ad group. That's 3 ads for each ad group. They're saying it right here. For each ad group, we recommend you create at least 3 ads that closely relate to the theme of your keywords. So let me first start with beach bedding. I'm just going to do 2 ad groups here. I'm going to go back and create all of them, but I don't want to sit here and bore you and create 50 ads right now. So we're going to come into beach bedding here, and here's what your ad is going to look like. So your final URL, since we enabled auto tagging, our campaigns are automatically going to track into Google Analytics. So I don't even have to add any tracking at the end. I can just send, the final URL. Where we're sending traffic to is the final URL. So we're sending traffic for our beach bedding ad group directly to this ultimate guide to beach theme bedding sets. So what we're going to do for headline 1 is do beach bedding sets, and then headline 2. I like for headline 1 to try to match my keyword somewhat, because when people search, they're trying to find a keyword that they're trying to find the most relevant ad to what they typed in. So if someone's typing in beach bedding, beach theme bedding, I like to use beach bedding sets as my first headline. And headline 2, I like to use a call to action. So maybe we have a discount. Let's just pretend we have a 10% discount. So I could do save 10, or let's say we have free shipping. So free shipping on bedding sets. Okay, so now it's showing beach bedding sets, and people can also get free shipping on their bedding sets. So now we go to the description. The description gives you 80 characters to kind of describe what you want to, what you want to describe. So you could do something like discover the most beautiful. And I like to capitalize. This is just from experience. I like to capitalize the first letter of each word. It actually helps with your click-through rate. More people click on your ads for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's just from my experience, that's what I recommend. So discover the most beautiful beach-themed bedding sets for your beach home. Exclamation point. I always like an exclamation point too. You could also do something like free shipping on bedding sets, whatever, something like that. So now we're all good. We're just going to click done. So we have our first ad created. What you can do to quickly create new ads, just click right here. So this is automatically going to create a copy. So maybe I do headline 1, beach themed bedding sets, and I have free shipping on bedding sets. Maybe I do free shipping on all beach themed bedding sets this month only. Okay, so now it's kind of creating a little bit of urgency. I have beach themed bedding sets, free shipping this month only. Same thing, we're going to click done. So now we have 2 separate ads here for beach bedding. So we have beach bedding sets, beach theme bedding. So let's create one more. Again, we're going to duplicate this one. We're going to click duplicate here. And what we're going to do is kind of switch it up a little bit. So we'll do beautiful beach bedding sets. And then headline 2, we're going to do, instead of a call to action of free shipping, we're going to do upgrade your beach home. We'll just do upgrade your beach bedroom. And then we're going to put our free shipping offer down in the bottom of the description. So we're going to do free shipping on the most beautiful beach themed bedding sets you can find. Okay, so this ad is a little bit more towards check out all how incredible our beach bedding sets are. Rather than being deal focused, it's going to be more about, the beauty of the bedding. So now you can see these keywords, beach bedding, are all going to go to these ads, which are highly related. When someone clicks on this ad, they're going to come to this page that says beach bedding right here. So it's a very good process. It's a very good experience for whoever's typing in, whoever's searching. That's what you want to keep in mind no matter what you're targeting. So now to show a different example, let's come to anchor bedding here. And we're going to click on new ad, final URL. Make sure you're sending people to the right URL. So we have anchor bedding comforter sets here. We're going to come down to headline 1 and let's do anchor bedding sets. Come to headline 2, free shipping on anchor bedding. So now we're going to click done and create 2 more real quick. The best thing to do is kind of look at your other ones you created. So you could do anchor themed bedding sets, beautiful anchor bedding sets, and just kind of go from there. So we'll just do beautiful, won't even change anything else, and we'll do one more and just do anchor themed bedding sets. Okay, so now we have 3 ads for anchor, 3 ads for beach. What you would want to do next is create 3 ads for your other ad groups here, but we're just going to click save and continue for now because I just want to get to the next part. So now everything's all done. So we have our $20 per day budget, which works out to about $600 per month in a 30-day month. We're going to run it from February to the end of March. United States, we're targeting English only. Our campaign goal is sales. This is why it's so important to import your conversions so that Google can actually optimize for your goal. And our bid strategy is going to be maximize conversions. We're going to click continue to campaign. It's going to say congratulations. It's going to bring you to the ad group screen so you can see our different ad groups that we've set up here. Obviously, some of them we still need to set up ads in, but we're going to do that. So what we're going to do is come to the overview screen here. So you kind of understand how AdWords looks. When you sign into your account, it's going to show kind of the overview of this campaign. So here's the different ad groups in here, the different keywords that we're targeting. As you start getting data, it'll show that. We're targeting the United States. You can adjust that if you want to. Here's a couple ads. So what we're going to do is come into ad groups here, and what I want to show you is ad extensions. So we have our different ads here that it's going to show for the entire campaign. It's going to show under review. What we're going to do is come to extensions. Okay, so now I want to go through ad extensions with you here. So we come into ads and extensions, you come to extensions, you click on create ad extension. So here's all the different options you have here. So site link extensions, call out, structured snippet, call extension, message extension, location, affiliate location, price, app, and promotion. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but promotion allows you to do a quick promotion that you currently have. So for us, we could do free shipping on all beach bedding. App extension works on mobile. If we had a Beachfront Decor app, we could actually have an extension that shows the Beachfront Decor app. People can download our app directly from the Google search results. Price extension. So let's just say I'm putting out a specific anchor bedding set. I can show that anchor bedding set and show that this bedding set is a certain price. It works more for if you're a plumber, for example, and you do how much it costs for your services. So affiliate location extension, this would work something like, if you're State Farm and you have affiliate offices, you can show an affiliate location extension. So really just like kind of a location that's smaller than your actual, headquartered large location, something like that. Location extension, so if you have a local store, local business, you can show your address, your store hours, things like that. Message extension, so let's just say I'm on Google, I type in, I need storage space. You can actually do a message extension where I can text a storage space company directly and say, hey, I need, this much storage space. How much does it cost? And they'll text message me back or call me back or reply on email. So you can actually text message directly. This is a mobile only extension. Call extension, pretty self-explanatory. It either shows your phone number on desktop or on mobile. It creates a clickable call button where people can click and directly call your business. Structured snippet extensions. So you can show specific brands you carry, specific types of products you have, specific amenities that your hotel has, neighborhoods that you cover for real estate. So there's all different sorts of structured snippets, just a basic way to expand what you're kind of offering. Call out extension, so you can actually show, like our free shipping offer. You can show certain offers that you have. You can show, 24/7 service. You can show awards you won, different things like that. Site link extensions, these actually create extensions that will send, you can send traffic to different parts of your website. So maybe if I have a specific landing page for anchor bedding, I could also link to beach bedding. I could link to, nautical bedding. I could link to other related pages where people might be interested in. So just to show some examples, if I do type in beach bedding here, I'm on google.com. Here's a Wayfair coastal bedding ad. So right here, the rating for Wayfair, that pulls in automatically with reviews, on-time delivery. These are all through Google Shopping. So these pull in automatically. These down here, sales and clearance, baby and kids furniture, twin XL bedding sets, the gift shop and daily sales. These are all site link extensions. So that's exactly what a site link extension looks like. So if we look at Paul's Home Fashions here, this ad has zero extensions at all. So you can see how small it is, and how big ads are with extensions. If we come over here, so I have a Dick's Sporting Goods near me, so I search Dick's Sporting Goods. Here's an ad. They actually have their location extension here, so 600 Coastal Grand Circle, Myrtle Beach, SC. It's actually spelled wrong. Here's call out extensions, so shop gift cards online. You can see the dot, high customer ratings, top products and brands, shop our official site. These are site link extensions down here with descriptions. So you usually get descriptions if someone searches your brand directly. So this is pretty cool because they can, they already have Congrats Philadelphia set up. So if I'm an Eagles fan, I can go in, click, buy my Super Bowl gear. So pretty cool. One more example, we have accounting software here. So accounting financial software, this is their description. These are structured snippets, so it's showing types, accounting software, cloud financials, cloud ERP software, financial management, and these are all site link extensions again. So some different examples. If we go on mobile and we were to search, you could find some different examples of the other extensions. If you want to set these up, so let's say I go into site link extensions. All you do is you can create campaign, ad group, or account level site link extensions. Campaign will be extensions across your entire campaign. Ad group would only apply to that specific ad group. Account would be, if you had two really important pages on your website that you want to show across your entire account, maybe it's like your contact us page or your, sign up now page or something like that. You can do account level extensions. I usually limit it to the campaign and ad group. So we'll just do campaign. I'll just create one real quick here. It's the best practice to create like 4 or more for each campaign, for each ad group. The better you can create them, the better you can kind of target, the better it works. So if we just come back to beach bedding here, you can see Wayfair has 5. Sales and clearance, baby and kids furniture, twin XL bedding sets, the gift shop and daily sales. Not the greatest site link extensions for this specific search, but you could see like if I'm looking for, rather than click on this link, maybe I just want to find, sales and clearance today. You just click right there. It's a simple way to find what you're looking for. So we come in here. So let's say I'm under beach bedding and I want to link to my palm tree bedding. So what I'm going to do is do palm tree bedding. Discover the most beautiful palm tree themed bedding sets. So again, these are the descriptions that show like here. So, these are the descriptions here. This is a site link. Final URL, so this is where it's important. You can send people to the other page. So you want to make sure you set up, find the palm tree page, click final URL, and we're going to click save. So now this is a campaign level ad extension, so it's going to show across the entire campaign when people are searching. So pretty self-explanatory. What you would do is keep setting up site link extensions. Maybe you come in here and set up a call out extension. All you're doing is putting call out text. So I could do free shipping this month. You get 25 characters, and that's it. So it's going to be campaign level. Again, they have account, campaign, and ad group level call out extensions. So we're going to click save. So there's another extension for callouts. So you click plus, you can add, more extensions here. Maybe you have a location. Maybe you want to do a text message. Maybe you have a phone number where you can receive calls. You just want to add the most extensions that make sense for your business. And again, a best practice is to add as many as possible. So site links, I would add at least 4. Callouts, I would probably add at least 3. Just make sure they're like important things. Don't just add text just to add text. You want things that actually, will encourage people to buy and things like that. So coming back into all campaign screen here. So now you're kind of probably, after you put your campaign live, you're going to be sitting there like, so now what? Your best bet is to wait. So it's difficult because it's hard to have patience, but your best bet is just, kind of forget about your campaign for a couple days and come back to it. So for us, we come in here. What I would want to do is make sure I have ads in all of my ad groups here. So anchor bedding, beach bedding, coastal bedding. I want to make sure I have ad groups in all of them. You also want to make sure you have ad extensions set up for all of them. And then from there, you're basically waiting. You can keep building out your campaign. You can go back, into the Google Keyword Planner here and find more keywords. You can create more landing pages. So maybe I want to create a landing page for, seashell bedding. Maybe I want to create a landing page for beach quilts. So all those different things, you want landing pages that are going to match the keywords the best as possible. And now I just wait for, some clicks to come in, some impressions to come in, see how much I'm spending. And you can come here, click modify columns, go to the conversions column, add conversions, cost per conversion, conversion rate. You could also have value for conversion, so it'll actually show how much you're driving in sales. So when you scroll over, as we start to get data, I can see if these are actually driving conversions to my website. And again, you come into Google Analytics, you could see this is our Surfside PPC campaign. You go to acquisition AdWords campaigns, you can see all your data down here, what keywords are driving sales. So that's pretty much it when you're setting up a search campaign. The ultimate goal is to have organization, so you can see we organize our ad groups well. You don't want to have a million keywords in each ad group. We kind of limit it to under 10. That's a best practice really, is to keep it 10 or under. We like a mix of modified broad match keywords along with exact match keywords. And our bids are going to be set automatically by AdWords under the maximize conversion bidding. If you were to kind of go with a manual CPC bidding, let's just say for example, what you would do is come back out here, we'll go to settings. So let's go to bidding, and let's change it to manual CPC, increase conversions with enhanced CPC, and click save. What I would do probably is come over to ad groups. We'll see what we have it set at. So it's set default $1.95. I would come to each ad group. I would probably change my default bids to $1. Actually, we'll go a little bit lower. We'll change it to 80 cents. If you're looking for suggested bids, they have them in the keyword planner when you're searching, so just search that. So 80, this will make every bid across our entire campaign 80 cents. What you want to do is bid slightly lower on your modified broad match keywords and slightly higher on your exact match keywords. It's considered a cascading bid strategy. Because your exact match keywords are going to be more valuable usually than your modified broad match keywords. So you have to bid a little bit higher on anchor bedding than you would for, if someone's typing in beautiful nautical anchor bedding, you can bid a little bit lower. So what we're going to do is just change max CPC bids for the modified broad match keywords, set new bids. We'll just do 10 or 5 cents lower, apply. So we're just going to do 75 cents. And that's what we're going to do across the campaign. So we'll just do that for all of the ad groups, but kind of how we go about setting up our campaigns. This is kind of an inside look from start to finish. Now, the difficult part is optimizing, but we gave you all the tools for setting up your campaigns, setting up conversion tracking, importing conversions into Google AdWords, and all you need to do now is monitor your results and then continue to optimize. You want to add negative keywords, you want to create new ads, you want to upgrade your landing pages a little bit. Maybe I make this landing page a little bit more user friendly. Maybe I start products up earlier. Maybe I just send them to a different landing page and try that. So that's kind of where you go with AdWords. It's a lot of testing. It's a lot of work to really drive a positive return. And I don't think people understand that a lot, but it is a lot of work to drive a positive return. It's something you have to work at. It's something you also have to be patient with. Don't give it 2 days and say, well, I'm not driving a positive return, I'm done. Because your campaigns can continuously improve over time. Like I said before, I had a client I worked with where we started with a target CPA of about $10 and we got all the way down to about $5, which was incredible for them because they're driving really optimal conversions for their business, driving revenue. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I know this video it's hard to cover every last detail in Google AdWords. There's probably a lot that we might have missed. There's probably some things where, you can keep optimizing your campaign. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. We do our best to answer everybody. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and the best way to support us is just to share our videos. If you want to share this video on social media, if you want to share it with a friend who does AdWords, anything you want to do, that's the best way to support us. We really appreciate it, and thanks for joining us today.